Welcome back to Decor, your cozy corner of the internet where we celebrate the charm of home gardens. Today's video is all about adding that timeless, romantic touch to your garden with vintage garden art, using recycled decor perfect for small cottage gardens. Whether you have a petite patch of green or a whimsical backyard, these ideas will help you turn everyday objects into delightful accents full of history and personality. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, tap the like button, and leave a comment to tell us which vintage garden idea you loved the most. Now let's start styling your garden with rustic, romantic flair. Old wooden window frames, especially those with chipped paint or aged wood, make a stunning backdrop against fences or shed walls. They add a rustic focal point that whispers stories of the past. You can hang them as is, or insert chicken wire to create a trellis for climbing roses or sweet peas. The result? A blend of structure and softness that feels timeless. Try painting the frames in soft pastels or leaving them weathered for that authentic, time-worn look that embodies cottage garden charm. Don't toss out that old enamel teapot or basin just yet. It can become your garden's most charming new planter. These pieces bring nostalgic farmhouse vibes. Drill a small drainage hole and fill it with soil and flowering annuals like petunias or pansies. Place them on steps or benches to instantly uplift a dull corner. Group a few enamelware items together for a curated display, mixing colors like robin's egg blue, white, and soft yellow for a cohesive vintage palette. Have old garden tools lying around? Rakes, spades, or even horseshoes can be transformed into charming garden sculptures. Arrange them creatively, perhaps a rake head as a key holder on a fence, or a cluster of tools assembled into a floral shape. Their worn textures add rich character. Leaving the rust intact enhances that aged look, though a coat of clear sealant can preserve the patina without flaking. A rusted-out bicycle can become a whimsical centerpiece for your cottage garden. Lean it against a tree or fence, and add baskets filled with flowers. Plant cascading varieties like lobelia or ivy for that romantic overgrown effect, as if the bike has been sitting there forever. A soft white or pastel paint job can enhance its fairy tale appearance, perfect for vintage-themed garden photo ops. Old teacups and saucers from thrift stores can become charming bird feeders or garden ornaments. All it takes is a bit of creativity and strong glue. Glue the teacup to the saucer at an angle and mount it onto a copper pipe or wooden dowel. Then, fill it with birdseed or water. These dainty details add elegance and attract friendly birds, bringing sound and life to your cozy garden nook. A weathered wooden ladder can be repurposed into a vertical plant stand, ideal for small gardens where space is tight. Place pots on each rung or weave ivy through the rails. It adds height and draws the eye upward, creating the illusion of a larger space. Paint it in faded hues like sage green or whitewash it for that extra cottagecore feel. String mason jars filled with fairy lights across your garden for a magical, starlit glow. It's a simple yet stunning way to create atmosphere. You can hang them from shepherd's hooks, tree branches, or even nail them onto a reclaimed wooden board. Opt for warm white lights and tinted jars for an antique, dreamy ambience, perfect for garden evenings or tea parties. An old porcelain sink can be turned into a unique raised flower bed. Place it under a tree or by the back fence for a hidden gem feel. Use it to plant a riot of cottage flowers like violas, snapdragons, or creeping thyme. The contrast between delicate blooms and sturdy sink adds intrigue. A pedestal sink works especially well if you're going for a shabby chic or romantic Victorian garden vibe. Old wooden shutters can be repurposed as statement pieces along garden paths or walls. Their vertical lines add structure and color. They look beautiful when used to frame flower beds or as backdrops for climbing plants. Add a few vintage hooks and you can even hang tools or hats. Let the paint peel naturally, or give them a light sanding for that lived-in feel. Every crack and chip tells a story. Wooden crates, dresser drawers, or fruit boxes are great for stacking, planting, or storing garden items. Line them with landscape fabric before adding soil, and use them as mini raised beds for herbs or strawberries. Stack 2 or 3 at staggered angles for a dynamic, layered display of trailing and upright plants. Hunt down old metal signs from flea markets or salvage yards and give them a new life in the garden. Signs advertising tea, seeds, or dairy farms are especially fitting for a nostalgic cottage garden. Mount them on a fence, lean them against a potting shed, or tuck them into a flower bed for surprise visual interest. A repurposed vintage mirror can make a small garden feel twice the size while adding a touch of elegance. Place it in a shady corner surrounded by climbing vines or ferns for a mysterious woodland look. Be sure to use weather-resistant materials or seal the mirror frame to protect it from the elements. An old iron or brass headboard can be reborn as a charming garden trellis. Its scrollwork pairs perfectly with climbing roses or morning glories. Install it vertically against a wall or fence and let your plants do the rest, creating an almost storybook-like scene. The romantic curves and vintage lines are both functional and decorative, ideal for a dreamy garden escape. A broken chair doesn't need to be tossed, it can become a fantastic planter with just a little imagination. Remove the seat and insert a basket or pot into the frame. Then, fill with soil and cascading blooms like alyssum or geraniums. The more chipped and worn the chair, the better. It adds rustic charm and storytelling texture to your garden. And there you have it, 15 romantic, recycled decor ideas to add vintage charm to your small cottage garden. Which idea was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to take a look around your attic, garage, or local flea market. You never know what forgotten gem might become your next garden centerpiece. Thanks so much for watching Decor. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and share it with a fellow garden lover. Until next time, happy planting!